Hey, welcome guys to episode 14 of The Ordinary Guys. I know it's been a minute.
Been a good minute, bro.
But like I said, happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone's
Happy
New
New Year,
Year's
guys.
is going great. Hope all your resolutions are still intact. I know a lot of people that have fallen off already at the gym.
I'm one of them, to be honest with you.
No, but you've been doing good though. You've been doing good. You've been getting back in there. I kind of skipped a week or about a week and a half.
That's the same thing with me.
Yeah,
bro.
so you just got to get back into the groove, you know.
Yeah.
But well, did we talk about resolutions last time?
I think we
Did we
not.
touch on it?
Did we?
No, we didn't. We planned on doing it, but we
That's
didn't.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So we're gonna talk about gym goers starting their resolutions on the first. And this is no disrespect to new gym goers, because you know that's what you want to do. You want to get in shape, and you want to it's all about your health and longevity and all that. But more than like 80-90% of gym goers that start go maybe 2-3 weeks at best, and then they're just gone. The new resolution is dead. How do you think they should try to keep that motivation going?
It's all just about having a mindset,
Right,
right. Because with me, the one thing that's kind of been hindering me is the fact that I just get too comfortable not having to do anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
me too.
especially after the holidays, bro.
You don't want to do anything, bro.
Look, the first week, I was like, man, it's cold and I'm too comfortable, and whatever the case may be, I was trying to look for whatever excuse, right? But then after the second week started coming in, I was just like, you know what, I really have to get back into it, because it's getting bad.
I start to feel real guilty because I do this to myself too. I have a lot of fitness. I follow a lot of fitness people on like Facebook, Instagram. So when I'm going through my feed, I see all these guys exercising and at the place where I want to be physically.
Yeah, right.
So it's just motivation. It's making me feel guilty for not going. And I took like a whole week and a half off. I'm like, I got to get back in there. So I actually started going again. And my wife is going again too. But like I said, just to keep that motivation going, it gets hard. Even I've been consistent for this whole past year.
And the other thing that really helps is when you have someone that actually pushes you or goes with you.
Right.
Because that's the one thing that I miss, having you and Shakib go with me.
Right.
Because I really, if I were to have that moment where I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna go today.
Call you.
One of you guys would hit me up. Right. Nah. Forget all that. You need to get yourself into the gym. So having those other people that push you, to go right along, it helps in the long run, bro.
Definitely.
But if in case you don't have those people to help you, it's always just it's great to get yourself in that focus and just push yourself. You don't need anyone else to be doing it for you.
That's true. But it's that first step. A lot of people just don't want to take that first step because that bed sometimes just feels so damn warm, and you don't want to get out the damn bed, because it happens to me all the time. I'm like, or I just got off work and I'm not feeling it. I'm like, okay, I worked all day. I deserve to relax. I keep putting all these damn excuses in my head. You know what I mean? Oh, I worked all day, so that's pretty much a workout. Blah, blah, blah. No. Get your ass up and go to the gym.
Yeah, that's how it's been like for me, bro. It's like I get up in the morning, then obviously, do the regular cleaning around or something, get stuff organized, and then have to take care of the business and make sure that we have everything that we need throughout the day, throughout the week. Once you start getting into your daily routine, and then at the end you're just like, you know what, I'm done for the day. Like, I don't want to do anything. So that's what I've been struggling with.
But then I find out that once I actually do carve out that time and actually do it, once I get to the gym and start working out, it's a totally different mindset.
Yeah, right.
I'm in there, bro, and I'm like, that pump gets going, and I'm like, I can't stop. My wife is like, oh, hey, I'm done. Let's go. She's got to pull me out of the gym because I'm there now, So, yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
man.
so it's like I said, as long as you keep that motivation going, you keep that focus, you keep that determination, then you're going to be there for the long run. You're not going to be like the typical person that, oh, my New Year's resolution this year is gonna be for me to hit the gym, and then you're only there for like maybe a week.
This is why I don't make New Year's resolutions. Even when I started going to the gym, I didn't start on a New Year. I started in December before New Year's because I don't want to be like, okay, this is my New Year's resolution. I'm just starting.
The other thing that's been helping me out recently, when I take a picture of myself to see the progress. So like that first initial picture, I'm just like, bro, I need to do something about this because it's getting bad. Yeah. So that also helps too.
I don't want to take a picture. I don't.
Okay, so let's put it this way.
No, but I totally get it though. And just when I get out of the shower, I'm like, yeah.
It's a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And once you start seeing the changes, that's even more of a push for you to just, all right, you know what? I got this far. I need to keep going. Yeah. So, anyway, what else we got on the list, bro?
Well, we were talking about celebrities and their struggles. Like, should we care, or do you think it's good for them to share their struggles online, or do you think they should just keep it personal?
I really think, and this is just my own opinion.
Right, these are totally our opinions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it. We're all human. We're gonna care, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I think that we've gone too off course to where we have that feel or the need that we have to chime in.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand that.
Because everybody has an opinion.
I get that.
Everybody has an opinion.
But it's like when it's something that's number one out of your hands.
Right.
Right? Because it's not like I'll go ahead and I'll what we just mentioned right now, right? Celebrities.
Right.
It's not like I'm gonna go to Brad Pitt's house and be like, hey, this and this went on,
wrong, bro.
and yeah, exactly. I have no access to that person, so it's out of my hands.
Right.
So why am I gonna chime in for what?
A lot of people do it in the hopes that their message is gonna get through to that person. Like, okay, yeah, they're gonna see mine.
And
I'm gonna help them.
But you have to be realistic, though.
Exactly.
What's the percentage or what's the chance that your message is gonna get through?
0 to none. Yeah.
And I get it, right? Now on the flip side of that, for whoever's posting, whichever celebrity it is, at the end of the day, they're only human beings, just like us, right? So eventually, whatever they're going through, it's gonna get to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I thought the same thing. Well, they're gonna have people around them that are gonna be able to be like, they're maybe even looking in the comments and getting advice to talk to their friend about.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? Well, okay. Well, I have all this knowledge now. All these people making this comment, so let me bring this to my friend's attention. Maybe they can help them like that. So maybe it helps in that way. But there's a few people that I follow on Instagram and Facebook that had similar struggles that I had.
Yeah.
And I gave in my 2 cents, my advice, and they actually like answered back, and I was like, whoa, like it tripped me out. Like this person's actually like answering me back, like, oh, thanks for the advice. Well, I'm like, oh maybe I did help someone.
Right.
So maybe everyone, especially someone that's going through something similar, it's like, well, maybe I can help that person. Maybe it might get through, because sometimes it does. But not like a big A-list celebrity. They're not even in control of their own.
This is again, it's not me chiming into their situation, but I'm just using this as an example. Okay, I know it's kind of a little late. We're late to the party, but whatever. Master P and his son,
Romeo.
Yeah. I get it. The kid was in a headspace where he felt the need to go and project his feelings on social media. I get it,
exactly.
Right? But what right did anyone else have to go and chime in?
Yep.
And to this day, people are still talking. I mean, we're doing the same, but we're just using it as an example.
Exactly.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is that people still chiming in, giving their 2 cents or whatever the case may be, without knowing that, hey, maybe there's repercussions of the things that I'm saying and getting out there. You know what I mean? Right. Because then at the end of the day, we really don't know if these celebrities are chiming into whatever comments are being put and creating a ripple effect within their family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like there are repercussions to what we put online.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, but there's two guilty parties in this. First, Romeo for airing that out, and that's personal. That should have been between him and his father.
Yep.
If he really had something to say to his father, he should have called his dad.
Went directly to the
It's
source.
like, this is what I'm not feeling, blah, 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 whatever the deal was.
Yeah.
Not go on social media, because then that invites people to chime in.
Yeah.
And when you're a celebrity, no matter if you're A, B, or C celebrity, people know you. You put something on social media, it's social media. People are going to chime in. There's no expectation of privacy at that moment when you put it out there like that.
Now going at it though in our perspective, the I guess how can you put it, the fans' perspective, right? It's like, I wouldn't want people to be chiming in on my personal life. That's my business.
Exactly. But you wouldn't put it out there either.
Exactly. Right?
That's why his dad was mad, because just come to me.
Yeah.
But then he was saying, "Oh, I can't come to you, blah blah blah, whatever. Go to your uncle or somebody."
I think that in this day and age, I get it. Things are so easily able to just put everything out there and blast someone online. I get it. But I mean, at some point we have to kind of practice self-restraint and be like, hey, you know what, at the end of the day, this is none of my business. Why am I gonna go and who knows, maybe if what I'm saying it's gonna cause,
you're like, oh no, I gotta say something about this. No, just be like, you know what, they're going through something, I hope it works out for them.
Exactly.
Wish them the best.
Yep.
How about that? Not trying, oh, this is what I think you should do. No, I hope you guys reconciled everything.
No, I get it. You know, there may be some scenarios. There may be some scenarios where you might want to say your 2 cents. But,
yeah, I mean,
but if
they're on there asking for advice, like, what do you guys think I should do in this situation? I'm trying to get in touch with my dad, blah blah blah, but this is not happening. How should I go about it? Okay, that's asking the public to chime in. But if you're just saying, I'm trying to find you and you're not talking to me and we need to talk about something, and evidently he's talking straight to his father, but he doesn't have a means of getting to him. So this is his way of putting it out there so his dad sees it. So he can't miss it. You know, you can't be like, oh, well, I missed your phone call. Or you can't miss this post. It's everywhere.
Yeah, right.
But it's not like, oh, I need the public's perspective. Help me out. How should I? No, he's not asking that. He's directing it to his dad. But people feel like, oh, I need to tell him.
Yeah, I honestly think that we've gone above and beyond.
Oh,
you know, and always feel entitled to go and
put your 2 cents.
Exactly, and I just think that it went a little too far fetched, bro. I honestly think that we gotta get back in touch to know how to respect boundaries
and mind our own business.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What else we got, bro?
All right. Well, AI and photography. I don't know much about this, but I know you know something about this. Yeah,
something that I've actually I'm starting to kind of get frustrated with.
Explain this to me, man, so the viewers that don't know what we're talking about, what you're talking about.
To my understanding, so there's obviously AI that's starting to take over practically everything and anything, right?
Right.
It's all artificial intelligence where you can, for instance, photography now. You can go ahead, sit in front of a computer and tell the computer exactly what you're envisioning in your head, right? Then the computer comes back and gives you an image exactly what you're thinking of.
What you're describing. Okay.
Yeah. So then obviously there's no travel required. There's no camera gear involved.
Right.
There's no you investing in any of your, say, lens, filters, camera, memory cards, you name it. And not to mention the fact that it's not even your own, in my opinion, it's not even your own work at that point.
No, it's,
you know what I mean?
Else,
like
something
this, for instance, this is mine.
This is your, exactly.
This is
beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
But at that point, a lot of people that are using the AI system, they're going out and making a name, which I mean, everyone's entitled to do so, right? But you're not really putting in any effort or work at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like with now on the flip side with me, it's like, do I really think that it's fair that you're just sitting behind a monitor and you're telling it what to do and it's doing all the work for you, when I'm over here having to go hours or
Right.
sometimes even out of the state
Right, just
to
get a
go
shot.
in and get a shot,
Yeah.
and then come back home and do what I got to do. You know what I mean?
All the editing and everything else. That goes
Yeah.
along with that.
So
Yeah, I mean-
it's frustrating too, because now, as what I've heard so far, and I mean, I don't know, the viewers might want to correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people are starting to use Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever other social media platform there is.
Right.
They're using that AI and that AI stuff to go ahead and be able to create content for their platform.
Okay, but do you think that that's just the way we're progressing as a society? It's like everything is just going there. I mean, look how cars used to be now, cars are now.
Well, let's
know what
put
I
it
mean?
this way. There's if we're going that route, I forget what food place it was, but now
They have it in like White Castle.
yeah, the little robot
Yeah,
where it's like
robots. It's
cashiering,
called,
doing the food.
It's called Flippy.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
I heard about that.
everything's going that route.
Yeah.
It's like, how are people gonna go ahead and make money, make ends meet?
Well, for those companies, it's all about the bottom line.
Of course.
You don't have to worry about workers getting sick. You don't have to worry about them calling out. You don't have to worry about any of that insurance for that, anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of places are not even having eat in anymore. Everything is takeout because they don't even want you in the place anymore. Just pull up.
Well, I
go
think
around.
that's because of the whole pandemic situation.
But they haven't gone back to it really. A lot of them are like, okay, let's just
That's
close
true.
this and let's just have it like this.
yeah.
You know, it's less insurance. You don't have no one's come in their place and slip and fall, and you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all.
That's true.
And the recession didn't help. You know what I mean? I mean,
And we're not getting any better at this point. But anyway,
I mean,
fact
we
of
might
the
be
matter
going
is
into a recession actually. So.
that's where it frustrates me, and I'm just I in my opinion, again, I just think that it's unfair for us, the original creators that are
Right.
out here doing the work.
Right. That's true. I don't think it can. It's never going to be able to compare to a person actually going out there and getting that shot. Because look at all the shots throughout history, all the things that we look back on, that photographers in the middle of war scenes and this and that, like getting these shots so we can know.
And
what
not
went
only
on
that,
history.
look, it's the way here's how I've kind of seen things in my perspective is that every eye is going to capture things in a different way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you can't get a robot to go out, and because there's a lot involved when you take a shot. There's emotion, there's
Definitely.
creativity, there's personal connection, there's you name it, right? Yeah, those are just three of several that I
Many,
could name. But fact of the matter is that all of that creates a great image.
Right.
Now, me, if I were to go ahead and take a look at, say, an image that the AI created,
Right.
it just feels empty.
It feels cold.
Yeah,
It's just a digital image.
Exactly.
That's it. There's no.
there's no
warmth to
emotion to
Exactly.
it. There's
no
nothing. There's
connection.
no story behind it. There's nothing.
It's just an image.
It's
and that's
empty.
it. Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it
Soulless.
frustrates me. Yeah.
Because every picture that someone takes, that's a part of their soul, man. That's a part of like that love for what they're doing. It shows in the photograph.
Yep.
You can't get that from AI.
Exactly.
At least not at the moment. Hopefully we don't go that route, but you know. All right, well, let's go on to the next one.
What else we got?
Well, I know if you want to get a little. Okay, teens and the fentanyl epidemic. Because I talk to my kids about this all the time.
What you got?
I said, well, like at my son's school, there was a couple overdoses on fentanyl because they're getting it off the internet, they're getting it off TikTok or wherever they're getting it from friends. And it's like I keep telling him, like, you don't need to follow behind all these kids. If they're gonna do it, let them do it. You walk away. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to get a call. My son is OD'd on something, and just one pill can end your life. It's not like it used to be. You know, people used to experiment with this and with that when I was growing up, and it didn't kill you. Now you take one pill, one mistake, one pill can end your life.
Did you know that I guess they're making it so potent to the point where there was actually a video of a police officer that had come in contact with it.
Yeah, and he fell out.
And
I saw that.
Completely started ODing on the
Yeah.
spot.
Yep.
And I mean, for those type of drugs to be available to kids, I mean, where are we getting at?
Well, I don't.
Look,
It's not being made here. Put it like that. It's not being made here. It's coming from across the borders. You know what I mean? Mexico's making a lot of that because it's lucrative for them. They don't care how many people they kill as long as they're getting money.
Yeah, but here's and I know that this Mexico. Is I know that this is a bad way to see it, but it's true. It's in our hands if we're gonna go ahead and consume it or not.
Yeah, exactly true. See, but for kids, it's not so easy because there's a lot of peer pressure. You know what I mean? But it is.
But it's up to us parents to be able to teach our kids to not give in to peer pressure.
But it's still it's not that simple, that cut and dry. When I was growing up, I was told, "Don't do this. This is bad for you. You don't do this." You see, I got examples from my uncles not to do this and not to do that. So I knew better.
I guess it's just in the sense that because look, I grew up the same way, right? But the thing with me was that I had people around me that were doing it, and I was seeing the effects of it, and so I was just like, in the back of my head, I had my grandma, you know, that was telling me ABC,
right.
And then I'm seeing it, so I was just like, you know what, she's right. Why am I gonna go down that path and screw up what I got going on, just for the momentary high? For what?
I fell into it, but a lot of it had to do.
And that's why I'm telling you, bro. I mean, with all due respect, I'm not trying to offend you. No. But that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not excusing it either.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It all falls on us if we consume it or not.
I said yes to it, and that's what happened. A lot of things happened in my life leading up to that, but still, that's not an excuse. Many people go through a lot of trial and tribulation and still don't do that.
Yeah.
I took the easy way out, and I paid for it.
That's why I keep saying, bro, it's there's so many factors that fall into parenting. It falls on us, and it's our responsibility as parents to be able to influence strongly and in a positive manner our kids, because at the end of the day, when they step outside that door, that roof over their heads that we're providing, it's out of our hands what they're going to do outside that door.
I tell them the same thing. I can't protect you. Once you leave here, you represent me and your mom. So think about what you do. Everything that you do, every decision that you make, think, what would my mom and dad say to this? And act accordingly, man. Like, be safe, because I can't protect you.
There's so many things, man. I mean, it's just a matter of these kids being able to see things in a big picture and be able to see 10 steps ahead rather than see just what's directly in front of them. Because I mean, for instance, I know of when I was growing up, and that's why I'm telling you, you know, I knew where to stop because I had basketball going on. I had my whole plan that I wanted to go to college right after I got out of high school. So I was already knowing that, all right, this is where I'm at right now, but that's the plan for the future.
Right.
And I want to go ahead and set that as a goal so I don't fall in to what these people are falling into, you know?
See, that's the thing. So, I didn't have that guidance that I believe that I should have.
You probably did. You just didn't realize it.
I mean, I had like, don't do this. I knew right from wrong. You know what I mean?
But what I'm getting at, look, I'll be completely bluntly honest here. I had cousins, bro, growing up, going in and out of jail all the time, having to use, and that's why I was just like, I don't want to be locked up. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. I saw that from my uncles, and I'm like, I know what not to do to get locked up. That's so I did have that. You know what I mean? I don't get me wrong. I had good parents. They're great parents, but like I said, they're
they're the people. They're winging it just like me. There's no handbook on how to raise a kid.
Yeah.
How to do this and do that. You know, so they're learning as they're going as well.
Right.
My dad came from a background where he didn't know his dad. You know what I mean? His mother died very, very young. So he pretty much raised himself. You know what I mean? So he didn't know how to be a dad. You know what I mean? He was kind of like thrown into it.
But he did there really is no blueprint to life, you know? But again,
but he's still there, thank God, and he's doing the best he can.
But to reiterate, it's the fact that you see certain things going on, like for instance, and I've seen people bro, as a young kid coming up, you know, and I've seen the things that it does to people at that time. So I was just like, you know, I don't want to be like over here falling all over myself, making a fool in front of people, and at the end of the day, like even when you come out of that high, bro, I started seeing the effects that it was having on their minds and the type of people that they were becoming. And I was like, bro, I don't want that for myself.
That's why I stopped. And the people.
So that's why I'm telling you, it's you had the things that were right in front of you that were showing you, hey, if this is a route that you choose, you know, these are the repercussions that you're gonna deal with.
I knew the consequences. I still did it anyway.
So that's what I'm saying.
At that time, I was kind of like rebelling a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I was always known as the good kid, the one that didn't do anything, the square. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that anymore. I don't want that stigma anymore. So I'm like F everything.
I remember on one occasion, one of my cousins was locked up in juvie that was about 25-30 minutes away from the house, right? Mm-hmm. And so I remember I was young. I was about 10-11 years old. Mm-hmm. And so it was my cousin's dad, my grandma, and my cousin's mom. At the time, both his parents are separated, but because of the situation, obviously they had to, you know, be together or whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the visit, because obviously I wasn't able to go in, right? But at the end of the visit, I remember seeing my family, both my aunt and cousin, my aunt and uncle, and my grandma come back to the car in tears, bro. And I remember hearing stories that, like, at the end of the visit, he would be throwing a fit. He'd be in tears, crying, and because he wants to go home.
Right.
But he can't because of the screw ups that he made, and now he's locked up in this place, and it's like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, you know what, this isn't
not for me.
Yep. You know, I don't want to be hurting the people that I love, and then I don't want to be hurting myself, let alone give up my freedom over some bullshit.
Right. Exactly.
So that's what I'm telling you. It's like it's up to us. It's our responsibility as parents to instill that type of message to our kids.
Boundaries.
But not only that, make sure that influence carries on
throughout their life
after they leave the door.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, so far so good with my son. I keep him busy. And that's part of it. Kids have too much time on their hands. They do stuff they're not supposed to be doing.
So I mean, the only thing that I gotta say about that, bro, is that I hope that whoever hears this, if they're a parent, that they take something good out of this, you know, and to those, if there's any youngsters hearing this too, you know, just know that there's always signs that you gotta pay attention to in order for you to get yourself out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, bro. We got anything else?
That's it, man.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for sticking around. Like again, I said,
sorry it took so long.
Happy New Year, guys. Hopefully, all your New Year's resolutions and everything they pan out.
Yeah.
You know,
keep them.
Exactly.
Keep them.
Until next time, guys.
Peace out, man.
Remember, by the way, don't forget, subscribe.
Subscribe. Push that bell notification so you know when we drop a video. We're gonna be doing videos like we usually do. And we're
See
back,
you on
man.
the next one,
Appreciate
guys.
it. Peace out.
Peace.